Okay, I am outside 1206 Kienast Drive. So little brick ranch, has a 3-tab roof, home's on a crawl space, so you can kind of tell just by seeing the little vents under the house. Just kind of want to get you a feel of the surrounding homes. There's little walking lanes right here. Got your driveway, and then you do actually have a little additional extended driveway portion here. And a side entry to the house. Screen's a little beat up right there, but not a big deal, but you'd be able to park and walk right in. You have a double gate access here, and you do actually have a really large, fully fenced in yard. So that's super nice. Really, really good size yard. Crawl space door is a little deteriorated. That likely would come up with a VA appraisal. You can kind of see it right there. There's no gutters on the house, so there is a little erosion. Not that that's a big deal, but just something to kind of be mindful of for the future. We just want to keep the water away from the foundation, so you can kind of see that little divot here is what I'm talking about. And I'm only going to be a little more nitpicky since you're not here. But I love a good brick ranch. And then driveway and up, little covered porch. And then when you walk in, kind of got like a little living room, sitting room, got updated vinyl windows. Hallway here, and then you'd walk into, could be another dining area or another sitting room. Pretty open floor plan considering. And then this likely was the garage or carport. You can kind of see some of the flooring over here lifted a little bit with the planking. But this is where that side door is, and where you use if you pulled up. Vinyl windows in here as well. Lots that you can do with this room. You could obviously whitewash the stone and things like that, but super cozy. And then you have a little slider here. And then you come in, and here would be your like eat-in nook area, and then back door to the yard, kitchen. So lots of little spots. Got a gas cooktop here, it looks like. Oven built in. This appears your washer and dryer would be in here. Got some cabinetry under the island, and there is a little overhang, so you could potentially put like 2 little stools there. But this would be your eat-in area in the kitchen, and then you have a pretty good size like opening here. Looks like that just needs to be repaired a little bit. It just looks like a little cracking. And then, interesting enough, this also looks like it could have at once upon a time been the laundry area. This water heater is ancient. Believe that says 1991. So this would be something to take into consideration. Likely gonna need a new water heater. $800 to $1,000. So it's on the smaller scale of items needed, especially in this price point. But just something to make note of. And then we're back in the front room. And then if you come this way, pretty common floor plan, you're gonna have your guest bath here. The blue tiles actually look like they're in pretty decent condition. So while it might not be the color choice, not bad. And it looks like you have a little jetted tub in here, but everything's pretty clean for the most part. And then right behind that, this would be the corner room. This will be the master. So this is in the back of the house. All updated windows, and then bathroom here. So this is a half bath. So I believe there's only the one full bath in this floor plan. And then we have another bedroom. You have your electrical box in here. All windows updated again. And then we have one more bedroom in the front. I have a pretty sensitive nose. There is probably a very mild cigarette smell. Air handler, things like that. Very mild. It's not overwhelming where I need to like run out of here because I can't stand the smell, but since you're not here, it's very mild. But yeah, so overall decent little floor plan. Couple of, like I said, cosmetic things, just, you know, recaulking stuff up at the top, things like that. It could definitely use a smidge of some TLC. You could update it with some paint, maybe just a good cleaning. I'm sure you've seen there's a lot of like little cabinet space, or not cabinet, like closet space. There's a little coat closet behind that door. You have shoe down this hallway here. And you do have a storm door, which I like. Just as kind of, you can have the door open and let more light in, which is nice. I feel like sometimes a lot of these houses don't get a lot of natural light. And I'm just locking up here. And now you're on the front porch.